Welcome to all. This is Surya. I'm working in Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science in the Department of Computer Applications. So in this video, we are going to see about software testing. It is comes under software engineering subject. First, we will get into the introduction. So what is the software testing strategies? A high-level document is used to validate the test types or levels to be executed for the product and specify the software development life cycles. Testing approach is known as test strategy document. So once the test strategy has been written, we cannot modify it and it is approved by the project manager and development team. So what they are saying means once if we are preparing the test strategy plan, so we cannot modify in future. So it will be getting the approval from the project manager and then development team. So next step, block box. We are having different types of testing: block box testing, white box testing, and then unit testing, integration testing, and then functional testing. So first, we'll see about the black box testing. So in this test, functionality of the software without looking at the internal code structure. In white box testing, test the internal code structure and logic of the software. In the unit testing, test individuals, units, or components of the software to ensure they are functioning as intended. In integration testing, test the integration of different components of the software to ensure they work together as a system. So in functional testing, test the functional requirements of the software to ensure the requirements are met. So in the system testing, test the complete software to ensure it meets the specified requirements. So in the acceptance testing, it tests the software to ensure it meets the customers or end users expectations. So in the regression testing, test the software after changes or modifications have been made to ensure the changes have not introduced new defects. In the performance testing, we'll test the software to determine its performance characteristics such as speed, scalability, and stability. So in the security testing, we'll test the software to identify vulnerabilities and ensure if they meet the security requirements. So what is the meaning of debugging? So in the debugging is the process of identifying and resolving errors or bugs in a software system. So for example, if you are preparing one program means first we'll checking the debugging option only. So if it is having any errors, so that is called as debugging. If we are finding any errors means we can resolve the errors and we can again compile the program and we can run it the program. So it's an essential skill for developers, and even well-designed software can contain bugs that need to be addressed to ensure proper functionality. The debugging process will be having two: reproducing the issue and then understanding the code. First, the first step in debugging is to reproduce the problem. This often involves running the software with the same inputs or conditions that caused the bug to occur in the first place. So second one, understanding the code. Once the issue is reproducible, developers need to understand the relevant parts of the code that are involved in the causing problems. This may involve reviewing the code, including related documents and then specifications. For example, if you are finding one error in a particular concept, we have to rectify the concept. We have to first go through the concept. So where we have missed and where we are meeting the mistakes that we have to recover, and then again we have to compile it. So third one, isolating the bug. So the developers need to isolate the bug to understand its scope and impact. So once we are finding the errors, we have to isolate the particular problem and then we have to resolve it. This may involve using debugging tools, logging, or other techniques to narrow down the cause of the issue. So if we are isolating the particular problem, we can have a minimum time to recover the problem. So and then we can narrow down the cause of the issue. So next we are going to see about the fixing the bug. Once the bug is isolated, so before we have seen if we are finding any errors means we have to isolate the particular problem. So the developers can work on fixing it. This may involve modifying the code, adjusting configurations, or making other changes to address the underlying issue. So next testing the fix. After the bug is fixed, it it is important to test the software to ensure that the problem has been resolved and that the fix has not introduced any new issues. Actually, we have found the error and we have fixed the bug. So again we have to test along with the software. So then it has been resolved or not, we have to check it, and then we have fixed the new bug, no, so that we have to check it if it is producing any new issues or what, like that we have to check it. This may involve running automated test, manual testing, or both. We can so use any methods, any testing. So for example, automated test or manual test or both, we can use it. So deploying the fix. Once the fix has been tested and verified, it can be deployed. So in this session, we have seen about the importance of debugging and then list out the testing strategies. So these concepts we can go through it. So these are the references. So in this video, we have seen about the importance of testing and then debugging. In the next video, we'll see the next topic. Thank you.